Hey guys, it's probably about 10:30 now. We are already asleep because we woke up early and it's hot. I'm with the t-shirt and shorts and it's just really beautiful. The wind is nice, the breeze is nice. It's not really wind anymore, it's just breeze. And here is the thingy to climb. So I'm gonna do it. Again, it's like my everyday challenge now. I think it keeps me in good shape. Have a lot of weight to lose. This tummy after twins doesn't come out, doesn't come in, doesn't go back. Because I'm almost 40, so yeah. Hello. It's not like you're 20 and give birth to twins. That's totally different. So I'm gonna start climbing this thing. Apologize in advance for what's gonna be the sound like, me out of breath, but it's okay, we can do this. Today I felt inspired, or felt like, usually I don't really choose, like, well, there's a few exceptions, but I don't really know ahead of time what I'm going to talk about. That's why sometimes my videos are so random, about laundry endlessly and things like that. Okay, we're halfway there. But today I felt like talking about finding yourself. So to back up what I'm gonna talk about, do you guys remember this TV show, Desperate Housewives? I think it's one of my favorites. It's a classic. It's old, but it's oldie and goodie. It's really good. Okay, I'm almost there. Look at it. I'm almost there. And so I was thinking about a particular person in that show. Now I don't remember the names of the actors or the names of them in the movie, on the scenes, but the blondie, the one that had many kids and twins, remember? And her working husband in some corporate whatever. Anyways, so I was thinking about that family, and remember how it sorry, it's bumpy. Remember how they ended up? You know, it's strongly exaggerated in movies, they do that, but I'm actually thinking could be very much a real thing. She was like the typical mom, and with a working husband, and she's at home dealing with all of it. Like, her friends will be totally different stories. They all lived in the same suburban area, and the Hispanic chick was, like, you know, the hot one with the affairs and stuff. They didn't last long, but then they go back again. It's just, you know, the drama has to go on. But the blondie, she was my favorite because again, we're talking about Desperate Housewives, okay? If you haven't seen them, it's just really, really good. I think it's really good. I was a mom to be with my first in my tummy, husband still in Hawaii doing his last spring term, baby ready to pop up anytime in June, me in a second story house, the second floor of in a small room of a house with people that are my family now, but I don't know much about. Yeah, I just went downstairs. I didn't want to be on anybody's hair as a burden or something, so I just stayed upstairs and just watched that show a lot. And when my baby boy was born, I remember husband was doing English classes for a lady that she was paying him cash, and while I was with the baby and baby was sleeping, I was also watching Desperate Housewives. So you can imagine I was so much into it. And the reason why I think it gets you as a ladies, because it's very real, you know, it's very applicable and you can kind of like relate. And so, good storyline, I would say. Okay, my babies are sleeping, so I will probably just rock them around and talk. And so the reason I like the blondie the best is because I just genuinely felt bad for her. I really did. The others, when they get together, oh, how many were they? How many were they? I don't remember. But any time when they meet together for like a cup of coffee in the morning or something after kids are sent to school, they would talk about things in life. And she would be the one with the shirt has like puke or milk, or like she would like have no makeup on, and her hair would be just completely crazy. And all she could talk about is again about diapers and puke and all that stuff, because that was her life. And the corporate dude, the husband, he would just leave the house and come back, and you know, like that. So she was on her own, and with a lot of kids. I remember there was a point where the twins were already big boys, like teens, and there was a girl probably like pre-teen, and she had a baby, or twins, I don't remember. See, I'm forgetting it. It was a long time ago. And was it a baby? One baby? I don't remember. But I remember at some point the girl, the older sister that was going like preteen, she took the baby to school with her. And then the school called the mom, and they were like, you can't do that. And then the mom was like got the baby, and she was talking to her daughter, and she was like, why would you do that? Because I want to help you, because I know you don't have enough sleep, mommy, so I just wanted to help you and get the baby with me. And the mom is like, that's not how it works, sweetie. You know, I always will be tired and I always will be exhausted and stuff like that, but it's okay. You're a kid, you go to school and you do your kid stuff. And so I just feel bad for that mom, and little I know I'll be in the same spot. But how things evolved in the relationship between her and her husband, they try different techniques to keep it going, to have like the spark between them. Otherwise, she went back to work at some point, I remember, and he was the one taking care of the kids at home, and she would come home with like the white shirt and the suit jacket, and he'll be like all covered in puke and like towel around his neck and things like that, just wiping the table for I don't know how many times that day, with the vacuum cleaner in hand or stuff like that. And then he would be feeling how she felt, but also like not happy about it. And so, you know, I was actually given this advice to just switch for a week, like for 1 week, if I could just go all night to teach classes in English to people, which I can really, because I cannot really explain in Japanese the grammar behind it. It's also my specialty. I never studied English as teach English to the speakers of other languages. I don't have that degree, so I don't have the knowledge behind it and the terms in English. I just know English. And so but like, what if we switched places and husband has to stay home with the babies from the morning. I go somewhere because I'm always busy with meetings, right? I'm just gonna go, and he has to feed them breakfast and lunch and prepare the dinner and do the laundry and, you know, tidy up the house and play with the babies for a week. You know what's gonna happen? It's not gonna last long, even probably for 2-3 days. He'll be like, wow, I don't know. Maybe he will be like totally delighted by that. I don't know. But I'll be the one coming home after 10:30. I don't know, just doing stuff, so busy. So so that couple in the Desperate Housewives show, they did that, and he wasn't happy about it. And so back to my point, find yourself. Have you ever thought about ladies out there, like moms, with many kids and time-consuming caregiver people. Have you thought about what you like to do? Where do you like to be? What sorts of people do you want to be surrounded by? How do you want to spend your time? For just one day, just decide that you're in a different, like, just close your eyes and imagine where you want to be right now, and what do you want to be doing, and what career, if you like, I don't know, up to you, what career would you like to pursue? And so, see, for men it's kind of like easier actually if they have a purpose, a focus on something, a project to work on, and they work towards it, and they do the steps, and hopefully you're on their side, by their side on all the steps, and they would appreciate it. Actually, it will be great. It will be great for your family. But see, some people just shift their focus too much on the work. I mean, I read a lot of people why they divorced, why they split. It's because usually what he would say, the he in the family, will be he got so much involved into stuff outside of the house that he actually estranged himself from the family affairs and what was going on in the house. And trust me, there's a lot going on in the house every day. And to me, explaining everything is like almost like doesn't have any purpose anymore, because what's the point? I mean, I would say, hey, so this is what the twins did today, and it was really, really cute. And so that would be just like passing information. You're not part of it. You were not meant to be part of it, I guess. You were just meant to be out, nonstop. And, that's life, right? Somebody has to provide, right? And so, but there's like this little thin silver line between somebody has to provide for the family, especially in pandemic. But when you're at the place where your family is, at the home, how do you carry yourself to the point where people actually know you're there? You know what I mean? Would you hide yourself in the bathroom for 30 minutes with your phone? Would you sit on the couch, passive, watching something TV show? Or would you do something with the kids? I don't know when was the last time. I don't remember when was the last time him doing something specifically with one of the kids that they like to do. I think it was in the Christmas break, I think, when they were doing puzzles, like those Demon Slayer puzzles they did. And it's just because he likes to do it, not because the kids like to do it. Like, it's something that he likes to do. I can't tell you guys how many times I have done things. No, how many times every day, I would say. I would be doing things that I don't want to do, I don't like to do, but I would do it because the kids will like to do it, and because it's, for me, spending time with them. Doesn't matter if I like it or not. And so I would listen to their blah blah, their games, their frustration at school. I would go and play something with them if I don't have anything to cook for dinner or something. Like today, for example, is a slow cooker cooking. Thank you to my friend again. I'm so grateful for her. She gave me that thing. It's like, I think it's the third or the fourth time I'm using it now since she left in the end of March for school. So yeah, I do things, I go to places, I give them rights. So you become like this. You know how online they say so many times, like when you're a mom, you become a caregiver, doctor, teacher, mentor, what do you call it? Psychologist, a maid, what else? Housekeeper, You become like all those many things. A chauffeur, because, give them rides from A to B and bring them back from B to A. And you become like all those hats on your head. And so you literally lose yourself, right? You lose yourself and you don't really know anymore who you are, what do you enjoy doing. And I mean, forget about, people talk about, you know, Friday night should be like the date night. You go out with your husband and you just you know, bring the kids to the grandparents or like get a babysitter or whatever. That thing was never even on my agenda, to be honest. With the lifestyle here, it's just really weird. I wouldn't do it. For me, I would rather be like, hey, Friday night, let's do something, like play board game or something. Just do something together as a family, which we try to do on Sundays. But yeah, we try to do that on Sundays now, because pandemic, we don't really go to the church just yet, which is in a different city. And so instead, we just, in the afternoon, after lunch, I just grab the kids, with or without husband. I just grab the kids and we go somewhere out in park or whatever, or just play outside together. Together means the boys play together by themselves and me with those two, because, you know, somebody has to take care of them. And so my point again, as a mom, you lose yourself. And seriously, if somebody just meets me on the street now and asks me, hey, what's your favorite music, I'll be like, let me see, how Mickey Mouse is brushing his teeth in the morning with the Mickey morning, that song, and like wake up, or like get ready, like we're playing those songs like almost every day, so the babies can brush their teeth. So Disney Junior songs, I know, you know, Bingo and Rolly, they like to cheese and chew. And there's a guy named Bob who makes some inventions a couple puppies can use. And when Bob's away, see you later, Pops. The Pops will play, go on a mission around the world and try to save the day. Ba 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 be. So those are the songs that I know. So I would say I like Disney Junior songs. And if that, I just imagine that going on TV and then how they play the sound of like people laughing, ha 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 ha, kind of like, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you just disconnect yourself with the world around you. And you know, some people say like, and that's totally fine, that's just one of the many chapters of your life. It comes and goes, right? It's a chapter, it passes, so enjoy it while you still have it, right? And I agree with that. I would totally do that. Even if I don't like it sometimes, I would do it. That's my calling. I'm a mom. But what happens if a guy is in that situation? Do you remember there's this term, the mid-age crisis or whatever, when they and I've seen that, guys. Seriously, I've seen it in when we have like sports days and I see the parents of other kids my kids grew up with on the street, and like I see that. I don't know if I talked about that before, but sorry if I repeat myself, but I see how when a guy goes to a certain age, and if they're not really satisfied with what they have been accomplishing in their life, they want to change something. They feel frustrated, they're not happy, and they kind of get lost and kind of like passive, and then just get quiet or start looking for affairs. And or I mean, they either, like, there are, you know, so many different varieties as to where which path they're gonna take from there on. But some people, you know, focus too much on their business so they can keep it up, and hopefully one of the kids in the future, the offspring, will take good care of that business too. Or they just decide to again, like when they were teenagers, get like a garage band, or they would just get like a super crazy haircut and like some jewelries on them and have like funky clothes, like things like that. Or like they would just go and abandon everything, go live somewhere in Africa, free soul, or I don't know. That happens, it's a real thing. And so I don't know if that happens to ladies, because quite honestly, even if it does, what choice do they have? Do I go and like dress up like, I don't know, like when some kind of cycle, and just abandon my kids and just live my life? No, heck no. So yeah, to me it's like very interesting, both genders, how one gender is okay to do this and that, but the other has to be like the glue, like literally the glue of keeping the family like kind of sense of, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know, I'm not really good at wording with my mouth. I like typing better what is in my mind. When it streams out, I just have to type it up. But anyways, my point is, you lose yourself, so you have to make sure you have the, what do you call it, the me time, even if it's like for a few minutes every day, which I don't know if I really believe in that. Like if it, for me it doesn't work, you guys, to be honest with you, it doesn't work with me. Like if I have few minutes of me time, like let's say on the weekends I could be in the bathtub by myself, which I don't really, because I just want to be done with it and like with the kids go quickly and come out and just go and sleep, because my sleep is not like constant one time 6-7 hours of sleep. No, it's like every hour wake up and check on those two, they're breathing, because they sleep on their tummies a lot, and cover them because they run away from their blankets and things like that, you know. So, and you go to the bathroom sometimes, because I drink lots of water. But you know, yeah. It's see, I don't know if it sounds like complaining. I'm more like thinking out loud right now, because to me that's what helps me vent in a way, like let it all out. It's what I think, and you can prove me wrong all you want. This is my observation of my life and people around me. I don't really know many, to be honest with you. I don't really have many relationships with many people in this country, because that's what life of isolation is called. Like you could bow and smile to millions today, like walking on those fields, but there is no rooted relationships with anybody except my friends that I made from Jamaica, who are also teaching English here, and they eventually all spread. Some still in Japan, some abroad, and we keep in touch. And I'm always telling them that I'm so grateful for them, because they were the people that I actually had quality relationship with, friendship with. And so after they all left, I was like, that's it, I'm not making friends with anybody else here. You know why? Because it's very painful to be friends with somebody and then see them going for years. It's like you make a friend, you click with that person, and you're like, oh, that's great, I just feel so great. I had a friend, she came to my house, she played with my kids, we talked after the kids went to bed until like 12 on Friday night. It just feels great. And then boom, March comes, move to another city, bigger city. I mean, I understand, what are they gonna do here otherwise? And so yeah, I don't make friends anymore with, look at that, you guys, it's so cool. Like I'm going to this little slope here, and it stinks like heck. I don't know why, but it really stinks. But there's on here ditch side, and there's ditch here, but I think it's empty, I mean dry. Anyway, so yeah, if that's just a chapter, like my aunt, when I talk to her, she sometimes tells me, it's okay, when the twins are bigger, you also have the chance to go out and spend time with people. And then I'm like, maybe that would be the case in Bulgaria, or somewhere where I can speak the language, like English speaking country or Bulgaria. Maybe that would be okay. But here, the only way I could go out without the twins would be the twins are in the kindergarten or like daycare, and me at work. isolated again on my desk, showing up for English classes and assisting the homeroom teacher with pronunciation and playing fun games with the kids, eating lunch, teaching some more classes, go home and start the chores again, and just communicating with my kids. So I just told her that, and she's like, don't worry, you will be able to, blah blah. But like, who am I kidding, you know? Who am I kidding? Anyway, so with that said, I'm just gonna leave you guys today to hopefully find ways to find yourself. And maybe you can start with exercising for a little bit every day, like me. I have to start. Or find a music that you like. Just go and Google music or YouTube music and find something that you like to do. Maybe you can sketch some stuff with a pencil on the paper. Maybe you want to try a new recipe on your slow cooker or whatever. Anything, just anything that you enjoy to do. Sewing, crochet, anything, guys. I encourage you to do something so that you remember who you are. You know how sometimes, sorry, it's gonna be long, but you know how sometimes I feel like I look at those clouds with the kids, and we just, you know, see different shapes and we talk about it, like being on the grass in the park or something, and I just feel like, gosh, this is so much fun. Like, I talk to my sister and I just tell her sometimes, do you remember when we were little, like what we did this and that, and she'll be like, oh yeah, and just going back and thinking when I was little makes me happy. It's my happy place. I was a happy kid, and if that makes you happy, you guys, just go back in your memories and think what made you happy back then. Maybe it will make you happy again. Sometimes I look at my baby girl and I'm like, gosh, you're so much fun. It's like I'm so blessed to have a girl finally after so many boys, and I look at her and how she thinks and how she does things, and I'm like, I remember I was like that too. I remember. Girls are different. Oh, I just love them. I love her so much. But yeah, just sometimes remember to stay true to yourself too. Don't lose yourself completely, because it's sad. Please don't lose yourself. If I had the chance, I would like to write. I like writing a lot, both in Bulgarian and in English. I love to write. My dad writes. He writes also poems. He wrote a book and he published it. Not like for like really for the money. He went on a cruise with his friend from England, who passed away like 5 years ago. But they did that world cruise trip together, and they were best friends, and he wrote a book about it. I loved it. I read it at school during the lunch break. After I finished my lunch quickly, I just go and read it, and it was just amazing. I love writing too, and that's my passion. I wish I could write. I have so many ideas in my head, but I can't. Not right now. Not at this point. But anyways, okay, love you all, ladies out there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.